I stood helplessly as the detectives led Molly away. They were taking her down to the basement to book her for murder. She peered tearfully over her shoulder before she disappeared from my sight. A tremor shot through me. Goosebumps rippled over my skin. I turned on Brian Malone and hissed, "Don't just stand there, do something!" "There's nothing I can do." I wanted to challenge the statement, to curse his law firm for putting him on the case instead of an older man, someone who appeared to have actually spent some time in a courtroom, much less a police station. But I pressed my lips into a tight line and said nothing. No doubt his credentials were impeccable, or he wouldn't be driving the carpool at ARG, much less handling criminal trials. "They've got cause to charge her with murder," he told me, giving his glasses a little shove. "Unfortunately, from the sound of things, they've got enough on your friend to lock her up and throw away the key." "It's all circumstantial." "No, it's not." I tapped my foot on the floor, wishing I could cover my ears with my hands, not wanting to hear another word. "They have a witness who saw her run out of the restaurant at close to 1 o'clock this morning. The shopping center security guard watched her exit the back door, hop into her truck, and take off like Mario Andretti." Malone ticked off each point on his fingertips. "He got her license plate, which is what led them to her so quickly. Did you know she has a prior conviction for writing bad checks?" He didn't wait for an answer. "They got a warrant to search her apartment and turned up a white t-shirt and a pair of sneakers with traces of blood. And they have the knife from Bud's back, which is covered with her prints." "Enough." I stopped him and let out a held breath, feeling like a balloon with a slow leak. It didn't look good for my old friend. That was abundantly clear. It didn't hit me until then how deep in trouble Molly was. I'd imagined before that it was all a mistake, a fluke that could be cleared up with the right words, the right kind of persuasion. But that wasn't going to happen. A man named Bud Hartman was dead, and all the evidence pointed to Molly. I felt a light touch on my arm and found Malone's eyes on me, the pity so plain in them I had to glance away. "Maybe you don't know her as well as you thought you did," he suggested. "Your mother told JD that she was someone you'd befriended in high school, that you'd lost touch years ago. Maybe she isn't the same person you used to know." I shook my head and shrugged off his hand, denying his words with a vehement, "No!" More vehement because I had wondered the same thing myself and didn't want to believe it. I couldn't believe it. Maybe I didn't know everything about Molly, but I knew enough to be sure she was no killer. "She didn't do it," I said, and met Malone's gaze, seeing my own bespectacled eyes reflected in his glasses. "Molly told me what happened, that Bud forced himself on her and she fended him off. She might have cut him with the knife, but he was alive when she left. She heard him shouting." "So she says." "She didn't stab him to death." "It may have been self-defense." He rubbed his chin. "She's a very pretty lady. If the guy got rough with her, it makes sense. It's a common enough scenario. Juries usually take pity on the woman, and sentences aren't so stiff." "She's innocent, for Pete's sake." "I'm only being realistic." "Pessimistic is more like it." My hands curled to fists, and it was all I could do not to swing at him. A half-smile took shape on his mouth. "You're amazingly loyal, Miss Kendricks, and different than I expected." "Oh?" "I know your mother," he explained, tugging on his earlobe. "She has quite a reputation at the firm. I thought you'd be more like her." "A demanding diva, you mean?" I filled in the blanks. "Dressed to the nines? As you can see, I rarely wear haute couture." I swept a hand over my paint-smudged sweatshirt and blue jeans, an outfit that Sissy wouldn't be caught dead in. "Your words, not mine." He smiled fully now, not embarrassed in the least, which made me believe he might have more backbone than I'd suspected. "Fair enough." "Listen, Ms. Kendricks." "Andy," I said instinctively, and I felt my anger draining away as quickly as it had surged. "Andy," he repeated, nodding. "It doesn't look good, but I'll see what I can do for Ms. O'Brien."